All right, let's talk about my best friend, The Rock. Dwayne the Johnson Rock. He's took a big steaming piece of dump on WrestleMania 41. And this is my thoughts, and I'm going to speak as a fan about this. And we're going to go in history, and I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments below about what The Rock is saying, what The Rock is trying to portray. And look, The Rock is literally my favorite wrestler of all time. Him alongside with Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Attitude Era, that's what I grew up with. Those two, my boys. Hell, my own professional wrestling career, my whole persona is pretty much based off The Rock. Conversation for a different day. The Rock's obviously come on Pat McAfee show and been like, well, the final boss shouldn't have been there. The final boss shouldn't have been involved in the main event of WrestleMania 41 because it took the spotlight away from John Cena. And I'm like, yeah, but you yourself were in the Elimination Chamber in the angle where John Cena turns heel. So let's go back from that. Let's go to the Raw after WrestleMania last year, where him and Cody Rhodes shared the ring, and he was on about, oh, never break my heart again, and he gives him what we think is the Rolex, and then disappears. Gone. No Dwayne Johnson to be seen. And then he comes back for the Raw Netflix, and we're like, oh my gosh, Rock and Cody could come face to face, and then obviously comes out, does his whole speech at the beginning, looks at Cody Rhodes, being like, I'm proud of you, you're this, you're that, you're this, and everyone was so confused. But yeah, we were called out by The Rock being like, well, you know, I wasn't there for final boss business, I was there as a TKO member, blah, 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 and made us fans be like, okay, so why are you reading too much into this? Well, as a fan, when the last thing we see is The Rock handing Cody Rhodes this mystery item saying, never break my heart again, whilst also wanting to hold the WWE Undisputed Championship. Of course, the next time we see those two in the same room, and yet then they're being friendly with each other, we as fans are going to be so confused. Obviously, then we saw the videos on social media, them drinking vodka together in the back and hugging this and blah, 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 blah. And listen, yeah, as a fan, should we see them? Probably not, but we do because it was posted on their own social media accounts, The Rock's own social media. So now we're led to believe that everything's fine and they're all friends, apparently because storyline didn't fit, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, fast forward again to a few weeks before Elimination Chamber, and The Rock comes out and he's like, Cody Rhodes, I need your soul. I want you to sell your soul to me. And we're like, oh, all right, is Cody Rhodes about to turn heel here? Oh my gosh, he could join The Rock right now. And we go on this little journey of sell your soul to me. I will give you what you want. I will open all these magical doors that you cannot open yourself if you sell me your soul, Cody. And then come Elimination Chamber. What happens? John Cena wins the Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes comes out. They congratulate each other. And then Dwayne the Johnson Rock, Travis Scott, they walk to the ring. Rock looking amazing. Travis Scott looking like 90 pounds soaking wet with a brick in each pocket. And then we get the segment. I need your mind. I need your soul. And by God, I need whatever else he wants. And Cody Rhodes tells him to go yourself. Sending shockwaves. We heard the first F-bomb on WWE programming in a while. Obviously, The Rock is very like, oh, okay, all right, yeah. And then John Cena is like, yeah, man. Being your typical babyface John Cena. Your typical white meat babyface John Cena. Being like, oh, yeah, it's so cool. Then they clasp. And then Cena clocks eyes with The Rock. And then goes from to... And then all of a sudden, I myself, the fans were shocked. We're like, oh my God, are we about to see a John Cena heel turn? John Cena kicks Cody Rhodes right in the gonads, right in his nether regions. And then they beat the absolute out of Cody Rhodes. And then we didn't see The Rock at all. They barely mentioned The Rock. They didn't see The Rock. All the way to WrestleMania, and everyone, myself included, on this channel and on my Wrestling Schools channel, PPW, we were saying time and time again, The Rock will be at WrestleMania. Why? Because we need to tie this story up. This is us watching this as fans, not smart marks, not trying to guess the behind the scenes. As a fan, well, we know that John Cena is aligned with The Rock, so we assume that The Rock is going to be at WrestleMania to tie this nice little story into a neat bow, and then we send The Rock packing back to Hollywood again for a little bit. The main event is happening. The ref takes a bump. Fiend, 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 and we hear that damn music, which I hope I don't ever have to hear again. Travis Scott takes about 5 hours to walk to the ring, makes Roman Reigns and The Undertaker look like absolute Sonic the Hedgehogs. He gets in the ring, and we as fans are meant to believe that 90-pound soaking wet with brick in each pocket Travis Scott is about to knock out a man that's not only taller than him, but physically larger than him. Cody Rhodes, big man, compared to Travis Scott anyway. Tries to throw a right hand, and you're meant to believe that Travis Scott is about to try and knock out Cody Rhodes. Hits him with a crossroads. At that point, I remember being like, well, I'm assuming this is where you hit if you smell. Nope, nothing at all. What? No Rock. Cena kicks Cody in the... clocks him in the championship. 1, 2, 3. Collectively, I'd say majority of the fan base were like, well, that was a bit weird. Travis Scott, of all people, cost Cody Rhodes a championship. But where was Dwayne the Johnson Rock? Because as much as Dwayne is saying on Pat McAfee that, you know, we shouldn't expect this, it was you that showed up at Elimination Chamber to get John Cena to turn heel. I'll paint you a scenario. We could got that exact same reaction of John Cena turning heel without The Rock. And I'm being serious. If The Rock had not shown up at Elimination Chamber, let's say the Soul business never happened, all right? Remove that out of the equation. John Cena just wins Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes, white meat babyface, come out. Congratulations, John Cena. They're celebrating. John Cena still gives camera look. We go, oh, kicking the... Where do we go? Cody Rhodes gets his whooped. We are still all shocked. The shock value would still be exactly the same because our big, never give up, hustle, loyalty, respect, babyface in John Cena has just turned heel for the first time. Heel, bad guy, whatever you want to call it, for the first time in 20 years. And we're all stunned. That reaction could have still been the same, no matter if Dwayne the Johnson Rock was involved or whether Dwayne the Johnson Rock was not involved. My opinion, if The Rock had no desire to be a part of WrestleMania, we should not have done this Sell Your Soul business. We could have still had the heel turn of John Cena turning on Cody Rhodes to go after his 17th title run. And it would have still made sense, and it would still have the same shock value. But because Dwayne the Johnson Rock was involved in that segment, we all expected to tie this little story into a neat bow. But however, for the second time in a row that is, because what happened first time? First time he gave him the mysterious item and told him not to break his heart. The next time we saw them together, they were hugging, shaking hands, laughing, drinking vodka together. And the hugging and laughing together was on WWE television. It's not like I just turned up in a random parking lot and saw those two having a chat backstage and this and the other. They were shown on WWE television. So as a fan, as we're watching this product, we're then told by The Rock to be like, that's on you. Why do you think I'd show up? Because we, as fans, are following the story that you are telling. We're following the story that you, your creative team, Triple H, TKO, WWE, whatever you want to umbrella it as, we are following your story that you are putting on television. I guarantee casual fans who may have tuned in for Elimination Chamber and that saw the heel turn were probably expecting The Rock to even show up at WrestleMania to be like, okay, well, Rock's not been here. We've not had even a little glimpse of Dwayne the Johnson Rock in these weeks. So surely The Rock's going to be here now. Rock was like, nah, pal, not happening. I was at home chilling. And I thought the main event was meh. That's what he said too. Man, I'd have done things a little bit differently. Yeah, by having you show your ass up and wrap this nice little story into a little bow and send you back off to Hollywood. Listen, I don't like, personally, as a fan, when we're made out to be the ones in the wrong here. And don't get me wrong, a lot of the time, we are in the wrong. But a lot of the time, we're made to feel like we're in the wrong because we expect a certain thing. But we only expect that certain thing because you've given us that on television. If you didn't give us that on television, guess what, Dwayne the Johnson Rock? We wouldn't have expected your ass to show up at WrestleMania. I love you to pieces. I think you're absolutely fantastic. I'm a massive fan. I have been for donkey's years. Since as long as I can remember. Oh my gosh. They tried to make out that the fans of the Ron's in the wrong here because we wanted The Rock to show up at WrestleMania because he was the one that got himself involved in this sell your soul man business. Honestly, I don't know. Look, we're gonna move on from it. Obviously, we've got John Cena, Randy Orton. Eventually, we'll get back to John Cena, Cody Rhodes. I believe. I think it will be Cody Rhodes takes the title back off of John Cena anyway, and then Randy Orton will take the title off of Cody Rhodes if I'm future booking. But listen, at the end of the day, if The Rock don't want to be on TV, let's not force The Rock to be on TV. I don't need The Rock on TV at the moment. Just don't make us out to be like the fools here, because we're following the story you're telling, but yet we're the ones in the wrong. Honestly, you can't write this. You can't write this shit. Honestly, you really can't. Anyway, if you like the video, like it, share it with all your friends. Hey, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel about the soul man, Dwayne the Johnson Rock himself, and all this situation, or shall we say situation, because honestly, man, they think we're a fool. They think I'm a fool.